pop him on this. There we go. A little bit of a more dignified way to dispose of bodies. Better than tossing them in the river. Glass. Need some more firewood. I need the woodcutter. Chop down big trees to get 2 logs. And the X-Men perk. Gardening. That's something. Grape farming. Ooh, now everything's starting to open up. Oh, we so need to work on our church, don't we? Blueprint, church bench, candelabra, and some candles. I need the woodcutter first, though. Shouldn't be too hard to get that. Come on, be in the right place. My goodness, the beginning of this game is very wood heavy. I mean, it makes sense. Wood is one of the easier resources to work with in real life compared to stone. Oop, got some glass. Need a few more. As well as more energy. Get some more firewood. Stick all that in our furnace. Now we have the glass. What can we do with you? Repair Soul Healer. My, that workbench. It fills me with a deep and primordial fear. There is indeed something frightening about it. Hope we look better than that when our time comes. Sorry, I got distracted. The purpose of this workbench is to heal the soul. It requires a soul afflicted with sin and organs of various qualities. Why the organs? As far as I understand it, they absorb the sins from the soul into themselves. It's written here that every sin requires its own organ, although I can't say that what that means precisely. What would you do without me? Indeed, what would we do? A human is born pure. No, actually. But it is impossible for a human to remain pure until the very end. Aha! On the other hand, the soul itself, to simplify things, becomes impure inside our body. And generally, it is polluted through a specific part of the body. Fortunately for souls, this process is reversible by inverting the forces. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't have released him at all. He could just have sat there forever. You were the one who kicked the box, dude. Don't take it personally, after all. He was on his own for a long time. Interesting. Huh. That's definitely what's supposed to go there. Oh, that's where a sin shard comes from. Oh wait, did it not work? Oh, it just poofed out of existence. Did I do something wrong? Wait. That might be it. Wait, oh, that was both of them. Soul Container 1. Uh-oh. Yeah, they both went poof. Okay, I'm a bit confused here. Does everybody not have one? There was already one in there. That might explain. I just left a body in the washing machine. Harmed soul. 73%. Heal soul. Healed soul. There we go. Okay, it actually works this time. Polishing paste. Oh boy. Modified. Wonder if that works better. GBO 33. Hi there. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Greetings from Argentina. Wow, I don't know if I've had anyone from Argentina come through before. Glad you could make it. Okay, that's a 32. Can't put it back in. Yep, I agree, GBO. I definitely agree. Okay. So we do need a lot of sin shards for stuff, apparently. This probably is upgraded at a later date. Updated equipment. Yeah, stuff gets better as we go through here. Interesting. Polishing paste crafted at Carpenter's Workbench. Don't have that yet. Oh, right there. Simple iron parts and a polishing paste. Oh boy. Bye, dude. In Argentina, it is 3 a.m., so it is later. Yes, it is. It's only about 11 o'clock p.m. for me. So not only is it later for you, you're technically talking to me from the future. Glad you could come. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, I need an oil for the polishing paste. Is that a farming thing? No. Smithing. I'll find it. In theory. There's a whole nother tree down here. I haven't even locked that yet. Oh, I need to talk to NPCs desperately, don't I? I needed another wooden beam for something, didn't I? Was it in the basement? Oop. Oh, I needed some flitch for that. Dang it. Let's sleep really fast. Man's Day just passed. That's Inquisitor Day. Don't need to worry about that. Moon Day, Astrologer, Lighthouse. Yes. So literally the only thing I need to do is repair the rug. Did I try all of these? Hey, you didn't have one, so I must have. You're 5. You're also 5. Okay, you've been harvested. You have not. Probably shouldn't have taken the skull out. So you need a polishing powder. Polishing paste. And I do not know where to get an oil from. Wonder if I can find one in town. Map. Best place would probably be... Does not look like I get it from you. Which are a good place to sell stuff at. What about the old guy? I know he sells like bottles of seed oil. Nope. Crafted at Vine Press. I'll find it eventually. But I need to go talk to this guy and then... Actually, no. That's probably going to take a while. Actually, yeah, I need to. Hi, are you the astrologer? Oh, that's a weird voice. I used to be, now I'm more of a lost soul in the dead-end world. I'm the new graveyard keeper, and it seems I need your help. Everyone needs something except me. Knowledge brings only sadness, young man. No, actually. You seem pretty happy. Your trivial needs are meaningless to me. So there's no way you can help me? Let me see, you're looking after the graveyard. Yes. Quiet. Bring me a skull. It's pretty illegal, but who cares about that stupid Inquisitor's law? The talking one? Jerry? He's kind of my friend. I don't think it would appreciate it. Nope, just a simple skull from any old dead body. I technically have one. Okay, I will come back in a bit. because I have to get off here. Thank you everyone for showing up. Real talk segment. This is the subject I'm going to talk about today is depression. And it's actually something that's not only affected me a lot in my life, it is something that it has some meaning actually this week in and of itself, and I'll share a little bit about that, but I can't share too much. There's so many people in today's world that suffer with depression, and goodness knows I'm one of them. I spent and have spent probably most of my life suffering from or suffering through depression in some way, shape, or form. For most of my life, that depression stemmed from childhood trauma. My dad was a workaholic and he was not a good emotional example for me and didn't give me some of the, when you usually think about getting emotional needs met, it's usually as a kid, you think of it as through your mother. And one thing that's lost in today's world is just how much of a model of good emotions a father is, especially for sons. My dad being a workaholic and my dad being emotionally illiterate, and this is all stuff I discovered many years down the road, set me up to fail in multiple ways. He also didn't help as much when it comes to mental health either, and spiritual health. He wasn't a Christian growing up for me, so that was something else. He was there physically, fortunately. He taught me a lot of good skills, and that's part of the reason why to this day I'm so good at working with my hands and I'm as good of a jack of all trades as I am. That came from him, but in some of the ways I needed him most, he wasn't there. He very much didn't succeed at all in that. So from that, what I realized later was in a way a childhood trauma that led to a lot of emotional instability and depression because I didn't know how to deal with stress, especially. Stress came and it built up. More stress came and it continued to build up. And the chronic illness I'm dealing to this day is probably due to that buildup of stress. Do I know that for certain? No, but that is a thought process of mine. So I spent most to all of my adolescence and early adulthood depressed, chronically so, and I didn't really realize it because that was just my normal. It took years of learning, healing, going to counselors and therapists to get through that. And nowadays, do I still suffer through depression? Yes. But it's more from the chronic illness that I suffer through on a daily basis. It's due to lost dreams because I go through a grief process many, many days. So I still struggle with depression, but unlike before where I wasn't aware of it, I'm aware of it now. And that greatly helps in the working through it parts of depression. It also helps in the sense of earlier in my life when I was depressed, not only am I at the bottom of a deep, dark hole, I brought a shovel along and I kept trying to dig myself deeper. Sometimes when the depression hits me nowadays, do I dig myself deeper? Maybe a bit, but usually it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. Earlier in my life, the depression would last for days, if not weeks. Now, sometimes same day, usually a day or a few days at most, I'm able to get through the depression and get on and move on from it. And then bringing it into today, this week, my wife and I met up with a couple friend of ours. We went out to dinner and had a good time, but one of them had some real bad depression that they were going through, and we didn't ask too many questions because we're very sensitive to that fact because of everything I've gone through in my life. I think they shared a little bit with my wife, and when I wasn't there, and that's fine. At the end of the night, we very much helped. They were talking more, they were more cheerful, more outgoing. They were quite sullen and silent and quiet and withdrawn towards the beginning of the evening. And I very much know from personal experience, when I'm depressed, the tendency is to withdraw from everything, from everybody, and just kind of wallow in your own misery. And it's incredibly difficult to ask for help when depressed. It's incredibly difficult to be around someone that could help when depressed. It's just depending on how deep the depression is and what the source of the depression is, it can be really hard to just simply exist and take care of yourself. At my worst, I know self-care oftentimes kind of decreased quite a bit when I was highly depressed. Now, when I do suffer depression, usually it's more the more how I act out is either being unmotivated and I have to struggle with that motivation. And then getting through that is mine just went complete and total blank. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just have to move on. My mind went complete and total blank. Different depressions can also happen depending upon where depressive stimuli per se, where is it coming from? For me more recently, the depression usually stems from my chronic illness and then just how oppressive that is, because there's nothing I can do, as far as I know now, to fix my chronic illness of fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. And that is so depressing at times. Knowing that there's not much I can do about it makes it less. Being kind to myself, knowing that I can't do much, makes the depression less. And then also I've had a number of years now to learn to live with that and accept the chronic illness, which also makes the depression less. So now when the depression does come along, it doesn't have that strong of a foothold, usually. If the depression comes from relationship troubles, those can usually be quite deep depending upon our relationship with the other person. Trying to fix that relationship, if at all possible, usually helps the depression. I've had to step away from my family because they were causing quite a bit of stress, quite a bit of depression, quite a bit of conflict and toxicity in my life, and I tried to fix things. I genuinely did. Walking away, separating myself from the toxic members of my family helped tremendously. Do I still grieve that I don't have a relationship with a number of members of my family? Oh, absolutely. Sometimes the depression comes because I wish I could have a relationship with multiple members of my family, but I can't. And that's usually one of those fleeting depressions that comes and goes. I know other people, not so much with myself, I think, but I've known of multiple people who have chronic depression due to either mental health issues that require medication, or it's just chronic depression due to chronic hormonal imbalances that also require medication. In those cases, I would say not super isolating yourself and withdrawing from everything, asking for help when needed, finding people that understand depression and can help you through that, being kind to yourself. All of that will help during those times when the depression spikes, and and doing what you can to not feed into I call it the downward spiral. Because if I feed into that depression, if I make it worse on purpose, or if I do things in my life to make the depression worse, then it's just a downward spiral that gets tighter and faster and quicker and more difficult to get out of the farther I go. And it like I said, it took me years to get to where I am now and get to the awareness I have now. And I'm very much still not perfect. And this is not stuff that can happen overnight, but with a mentor, with a counselor, with a therapist, even with a friend that's gone through it before, all those are things you can do to help yourself learn, yourself grow, yourself to treat yourself better, and to learn how to get through it. Depression in and of itself is not bad. What is bad, I would say, is when you're at the bottom of that dark hole and you're carrying a shovel with the express purpose to dig yourself deeper. Sometimes we carry around that shovel whether we know it or not, and not using the shovel when we're at the bottom of a hole is probably one of the first steps we could do. Don't dig ourselves deeper. And then when we learn to not dig ourselves deeper, then we can learn how to dig ourselves out of the hole instead of making it worse. So I hope this got some comfort. I hope this brought some ideas and help. And I pray for everybody in my channel. I pray for at the beginning of my channel, like you might have heard when everyone is first here, and okay, every once in a while, I just kind of make a general prayer. Pray for those people who come through. Pray for those people that hear about my stuff on YouTube, because I include Bible verses in these Real Talk segments in my YouTube videos that I post.